Year 1. Today we are learning another math strategy that can help us with our subtraction. This strategy can't be used for addition. So we've been looking at different math strategies from our strategy backpack to help us work out addition and subtraction number problems. Today we're focusing on a subtraction strategy called, drumroll, finding the difference. All right, Snow White. I wonder if you've watched the movie Snow White. I'm actually going to link the old classic Snow White at the very bottom of this lesson. So if you have not seen it, you can go and watch that after your lessons today, maybe this afternoon or tonight if you're after a family movie. Because it's very, very good. I love Snow White. Snow White has to finish laying the table for herself and the 7 dwarves. I wonder if you've met the 7 dwarves before. There's Grumpy and there's Sleepy and there's Happy. They all have character names based on emotions. How many plates will she need? She needs 8 plates. How many bowls will she need? She needs 8 bowls. How many knives will she need? She needs 8 knives. How many forks will she need? There's her plus the 7 dwarves. How many do you think she's going to need? You guessed it, 8 forks. So she needs 8 of everything because there's her plus 7 dwarves. 7 plus 1 equals 8. How many spoons will she need? Call it out. You guessed it. She needs 8. We need to help Snow White by counting everything in the box to make sure she's ready for her dinner party. Can you count with me? How many plates does she have currently? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Does she have enough? What about bowls? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Does she have enough? Knives. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumb up, thumb down. She's a little bit short, isn't she? Forks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does she have enough? Lastly, spoons. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Does she have enough? How many forks are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many knives are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. She doesn't quite have enough knives, does she? Have we got enough knives? Oh dear, Snow White needs some more. What is the difference between 8 and 4? How many more knives do we need? I'm going to give you some thinking time. How many more knives did we need? 1, 2, 3, 4 more so that we could have a complete dinner set. At the bottom, it has written this as a number sentence because finding the difference between is a math strategy that we can use when we have subtraction number sentences. Because really what it's saying is, let me go back. You've got 8 forks and 4 knives. How many more knives do we need? You can do 8, take away 4 to tell you how many are left that we still don't have. So we can write that as a subtraction number sentence. 8, take away 4 equals 4. And we can say that the difference between 8 and 4 is 4. How many bowls are there? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many spoons? I wonder if your eyes can see just like that, so quick, that there are 3 spoons. So the question is then, how many more spoons do we need now? If we've got 6 bowls, hold that number in your head, and 3 spoons. What is the difference between those two numbers? Do you see how many more spoons I added there? I wonder if you said the difference between those two numbers was 3. And I can write that as a number sentence. 6 take away 3 equals 3. Because it's just like saying I've got 6. I've already got enough for these 3, so take them away. How many are left? How many more do I need? What is the difference between 6 and 3? All right. I have 2 towers. The first tower is 6 cubes high. The total of the 2 towers is 10 cubes altogether. How tall is the second tower? How could I work out this answer? If you're at school, can you tell the teacher some different ways you might be able to work out this answer? If you're at home, can you tell mum or dad what your thinking is? How might you work out this answer? Pause the video and answer that question. I wonder if you said that you could actually physically build the 2 towers and count the difference between. I wonder if you said you could draw. Remember, drawing in maths is a strategy. Draw the 2 towers and count the difference between. I wonder if you said you could use the strategy from your strategy backpack of mental maths, just working it out in your brain. I wonder if you thought maybe the strategy of a number sentence, 10 take away 6, will help me work out the answer. The great thing about maths is there's often lots of different ways to work out the answer, and that's why we teach you all the strategies in the strategy backpack, so you can work out which strategy really makes sense in your brain and you like to use the most. But we need to learn all the different ways to work out the answer, all the different strategies, so that you can be confident with them and then choose your favorites as you grow up. All right, Mrs. Topman's brain would like to use the strategy of a number sentence. I say, well, we've been learning to find the difference between 2 numbers, so I know I can write this as a number sentence. 10 is my tallest tower. Take away the rest of the 6 will tell me how many blocks are remaining at the bottom. And this is just saying we can go through our problem-solving steps to work out the answer. Read the question, work out what it's trying to ask, circle the numbers, choose whether we're adding or subtracting, solve the question, tell me the answer, and then check your work, because we always check our work, especially in maths. All right, what I want you to do today for maths is a couple of different things. But first of all, I want you to go and have a go at physically building some towers, just like in that last worked example. You will need some blocks or some sort of building material. If you're at home, you might be able to use Lego, for example. If you have no blocks and no Lego, you can use like books. Mrs. Topman had no blocks and no Lego, unfortunately, at her house because she has no babies. So she's going to use bottle caps, because I've got plenty of those because I like to recycle them and not just put them in the garbage bin. So what I want you to do is you're going to build 2 towers, and then you're going to find the difference between the numbers. So you need to roll a dice once. Mrs. Topman's got her dice on her phone. You can get a dice on an iPad. You can get different apps which are dice if you do not have a dice at home. Or you could make your own dice, cut it out as a net, draw your own numbers on, because you will need a dice a lot this term in online learning for maths. All right, Mrs. Topman's going to roll her dice on her phone. It landed on 4. So I'm going to build a tower that's 4 bottle caps tall. Let's build a tower, tower, tower. Let's build a tower 4 caps tall. All right, then Mrs. Topman's going to roll her dice on her phone again. 7. And I'm going to build a second tower this time, 7 bottle caps tall. Let's build a tower, tower. Let's build a tower for 7 caps tall. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. They're about equal size now. 5, 6, 7. Today in maths, we had to draw 2 flowers, do you remember? And we circled the tallest one. So we've been working on our measurement vocabulary of tallest, shortest. Which of these tallest towers do you think is the tallest? Say when. Call out. That one? That one. This is the tallest tower. It is 7 caps high. This is the shortest tower. It is only 4 caps high. What is the difference between the height of these 2 towers? I could count. I've got my 4 there, so the rest are, woo! Woo! Here are my 4. Then I've got 5, 6, 7 more. So there were 3 more to make 7. Sorry, 3 more to make 7. 1, 2, 3. This tower is 3 more tall than this tower over here. Maybe don't use bottle caps. They don't really stack as well as Mrs. Topman thought. Hopefully, though, you've just got some Lego or some building blocks at home, so it won't be as fiddly for you and your fingers. All right, so the difference between my 2 towers was 3 blocks. What I would do then is I would go on my seesaw, take a photo of my 2 towers, and I want you to write as a number sentence, 7 take away 4. So this amount minus this amount equals, what's the difference between? 3. So you're making that connection between how subtraction is a representation of the difference between 2 numbers. All right, what I would like you to do once you have done that, you might just do one example of that. You might play with a partner and take turns rolling your dice and making towers. That way you can have as many goes as you like and upload as many different examples onto Seesaw as you like. But please do at least one. Once you've played that rolling the dice building a tower game, the next thing I want you to do is, on Seesaw, I'm going to upload a worksheet where there's pictures of 2 amounts, maybe 2 amounts of crayons, 2 amounts of pom-poms, and you need to write on Seesaw the difference between the 2 amounts. So that's some examples that you need to work through for your practicing your maths today. Once you've done that, I've found a digital game. So if you scroll down in sector below, there's going to be a internet website game that you can play. On this website, there's lots of different maths games. You can absolutely work through as many of those different maths games as you like, but today specifically, I'd like you to find the game called Subtract to Compare. And I'll put a picture of what that one looks like. You just have to scroll down a bit before you find that game and play Subtract to Compare. I'm going to put up an extension worksheet on Seesaw. So if you find this all terribly easy and you would like a challenge, I will put an extension worksheet on Seesaw with some find the difference questions that are just a little bit harder. Do you know what? I love when I'm seeing people challenge and extend themselves because they think, yeah, I can really make the most of my learning today and I can push myself that little bit harder and try and learn some new things. I'm also going to have a number blocks episode for you to watch, and of course Snow White for maybe movie night this evening or on the weekend or at the end of the week. All right, you've been learning about finding the difference today, Year 1. Go and enjoy your activities.